Welcome to Ghost Stories. I'm your host for this special Halloween episode, Beth Oglesby. And also today with me...
Hi, Arthur Q. Mansley, licensed paranormal interviewer.
And I am yet to be licensed.
Still, it's quite an arduous process.
It is quite long. It's a long apprenticeship.
Yes, you haven't quite earned enough merit badges to merit a licensure.
I was under the impression it would be a lot shorter, so this is much to my chagrin.
Yes, you do have quite the egg on your face at the moment.
Well, in the initial contract, it was like 2 years max.
It's been well established, Beth, that you are quite honestly terrible at reading contracts, so...
Anyway...
nobody here is surprised that you're incorrect.
Who else is here? There's nobody else here.
You haven't quite opened your third eye yet, Beth. This is yet another merit badge you have yet to earn before your licensure.
Okay, that must be in like the next chapter of the merit badge book. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about Halloween topics and things. Oh, and part of my licensure, I am leading today's episode to be
Yes, it's an annual performance test.
Well, that's different than it's a test.
Yeah, it's not your performance review.
Right.
It'll be very, very clear here. This is like an active field study.
Yeah, it's more of like
scenario. Live, graded for the public to view. And
who's grading me? I thought it was
the public.
Oh.
Yes, the comment sections can get quite vile.
How would you know? You don't organize that.
Well, I dream of them, and, well...
Are you the one who's typing those comments?
I'm a sleep typer, Beth. What can I say?
Oh, boy.
What is the topic for today? Halloween things.
Okay, so this is actually a real... I didn't choose this. This topic chose me because today the topic is witches, as in, like, witchcraft and sort of rituals and traditions.
Magic.
And magic, yes.
Fickle thing, magic.
Yeah, what's your experience?
I once tried to become a wizard.
Can you do that?
You could try.
Apparently you can't.
We interviewed a wizard once, Arsbach. Wonderful, delightful man. Very intelligent. Honestly, I believe he's operating on a different plane than the rest of us. Those are truly the qualities that define a wizard.
Right. Was I supposed to learn how to open my third eye from Osbark? Because if that's what I'm going off of, that might be the reason why I'm behind.
Well, there are many avenues to open your third eye, Osbark being one of the most prominent and, honestly, most obvious. If you're trying to open your third eye, Osbark is one of the first names that come to mind. But there are other options you can explore.
Does it have to do with raccoons? Because I don't think that's the avenue I want to
The raccoon path is not for everybody.
Okay, that's good.
Davy Crockett made it work very well for him.
Yeah,
but
that might not be my particular proclivity.
No, the animals seem to have an aversion to you.
Not all. I used to have a pet hamster. Did you know that?
I did not. That is honestly quite surprising.
Why?
Well, considering usually when we set up camp in a wildlife-infested area, they give you quite a large berth.
I think that's because you smell bad.
Beth, animals love a foul odor. B.O. to them is G.O. It's not body odor, it's a good odor.
Yeah, I can pick up on that.
Sometimes you have to explain these things. You don't want a joke to go over someone's head. Not implying that my audience has low heads or anything. I'm sure they're quite tall individuals.
But you admit that was a joke, right?
Well, I put a comedic spin on it, but the lesson still stands true that
We're supposed to be
the wildlife are attracted to my odors generated by my various glands and orifices.
No. We're moving on. We were supposed to be talking about witches, and it's been 5 minutes.
What do you got me talking about G.O.? Beth, whose fault is this? You are leading the episode here, and you've got us all off topic.
So recently, we have been off air because of some Arthur and Johnny Law circumstances.
Don't put this all on me. Don't put it all on me, Beth.
He claims that I can't drive fast enough. So apparently that's my fault.
When they say put the pedal to the metal, that means put the gas pedal clear down to the metal of the floorboard.
Oh, I didn't understand that. I knew that.
Not maintain the speed limit, Beth.
Well, that makes us more suspicious.
It makes us more cool. Why do you think we have flames on the RV, Beth? We have an image to maintain.
I don't know if the flames can be seen very well anymore.
Time is not kind to all of us. Especially those of us who are
you. What?
produced with spray paint.
What?
What? Did I miss an underhanded comment?
So, we are now leaving our undisclosed location. So I'm able to talk about my experiences.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes. The NDA has been lifted.
I didn't sign that. You gave it to me and I did not sign it.
You signed it in your sleep. It was actually quite nice.
I think you tried to sign it as me, and I can clearly tell because it's written with a crayon.
No, you've been signing a lot of things at night. It's wonderful. I just give you a crayon, and sometimes you need a little assistance moving your hand and things, but it's your hand and your name, so legally it all checks out.
Tell me how much you know about Johnny Law?
You watch the topic, Johnny Law Halloween. Is that what we're discussing today? He keeps coming up. You're trying to get me riled, Beth. Because it's working.
I started a new hobby. I swear, this has relevance. I started a new hobby. I started going to a yoga studio in Poughkeepsie.
Poughkeepsie?
That's where we were.
Wait, you're not supposed to reveal this, Beth.
We're not there anymore.
But now people can backtrack us. They know where we were.
You only pay with cash.
Cash that I write my name on.
What?
It's good advertising.
Why do you do this?
Haven't you ever gotten a dollar bill that says where'sgeorge.com?
I don't...
You've gone to that website. Everyone has. It's advertising. So if I write my name on every dollar bill I spend...
Do you think that a cryptid's gonna be like, oh, Arthur Mansley, I know him. I'm gonna call him up because this dollar that I saw, because everybody knows that cryptids only use cash.
Do you know they aren't going to do that, Beth?
You only write your name, not any sort of contact information?
Sometimes a name is all you need. Look at Cher.
Enough with Cher. You really like Cher.
She's a masterpiece in and of herself.
You don't talk about this except on air. Like, is this like some sort of secret love that you have of Cher?
It's not a secret love of Cher. Honestly, if anything, it's just the amount of love I have for Cher sometimes boils over and erupts out of me, much like a volcano full of Cher love.
So I was going to yoga class, and it's a new hobby, so I consider myself a beginner. But, recently, within the last week or so, a new group of people were coming to the yoga class, and that happens every once in a while. People like different teachers or other things like that, or just new people start doing yoga in Poughkeepsie. And this new group of people were a little bit different than some of the other yoga folks that I knew. I started making friends, which unfortunately you discourage when we're on the lam. So that was not sustainable.
Are you making acquaintances while we are in hiding, Beth?
Yeah.
Have you read our In Hiding handbook?
No. What? Is that part of the merit badge program?
It's part of the incognito merit badge, yes. There are rules to being in hiding. Number 1, don't tell people where you are. Number 2, don't tell people your name. Number 3, don't tell people anything. Number 4, don't interact with people. Honestly, just stay seated and silent and you're golden. But you're struggling with that, I see.
Remind me how we get our groceries.
The refrigerator remains stocked.
Yeah, remind me who does that. It's not a magic refrigerator. You haven't conquered that in your wizard school yet.
No, there's peanut butter in there, and there's strawberry jelly, and...
Wait, you keep peanut butter in the fridge?
Yes. I like it cool.
Just because you eat things that are chilled doesn't make you cool by proxy. As in, like, slick.
It's an experiment, Beth. You have to test these things, and I'm taking notes, and it's the scientific method, and...
So I became acquaintances with this new group of people at the yoga studio.
Right.
And it was like 3 or 4 women. They were really nice. As we became acquaintances, I started putting my yoga mat near them. So then, like, we could, during breaks and stuff, like, sit down and stretch and chat together. But
during breaks from your yoga,
yeah,
you're stretching.
Well, like...
When the yoga itself is inherently stretching. So you're taking a break from stretching to do some stretching?
Well, not like stretching, but like loosening up after that stretch, which is like a different kind of stretching.
So de-stretching after the stretch.
Kind of, yeah.
Post-stretch.
Do you not... Like, yoga is like a... It may not be like muscle building, but it's intensive in its own way.
The only physical activities I participate in are downhill skiing and darts.
Does that even count?
Beth, I caution you not to insult darts anymore in my presence.
So I was talking to them, and as I got to know them, like during some of the stretches that the teacher was leading us in, like I noticed that they were kind of like saying things under their breath. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe they're like coaching themselves. Like, oh, I have to remember to square my hips, or I have to remember to like, my footing should be this way and certain things, you know? And I thought that was what it was. And that evidently was not the case. I mean, it might have been sometimes, but it was not the full case because...
Were they muttering insults at you?
Thank you for that. No, they
like,
were...
oh, look at that Beth over there. Her mat is that just a half of a refrigerator box that she rolls out? Hey, oh, look at that Beth over there. Her slightly off-center shoulders.
Number 1.
Oh, that Beth. Look at her toes. How the middle one is ever so slightly longer than the second toe.
I don't think we need to talk about that.
I'm just saying these are the things I notice.
In yoga, most people are focusing on their own technique. They're not...
Their own toes.
I mean, maybe. But the refrigerator box thing, no one has said anything about that because they're understanding that yoga can be hard to commit financially too. Okay, so you're the only one who's been making fun of me. So that means you're the bully. You ever think about that?
Let's not use the B word, Beth.
You're the bully in a lot of situations.
Oh, Beth, you know I have nothing but teacherly love for you. Although it is quite funny to see you stretching on a refrigerator box.
That's just impolite, Arthur. Don't make fun of people for what they can't control. Especially if they're a very low-paid intern / apprentice / manager of your schedule at this point.
Yeah, this is true. You do keep quite a crisp time chart.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we have to keep going because...
Speaking of which...
Yes, speaking of... Okay, so I found out that there were witches. Long story short, we got talking and I found out that they were witches.
Did this come up casually? Who did you ask? Are you a witch? Or were they just like, hello, I'm a witch?
Wow, that is stereotyping. Your voice there, they're regular people. Okay.
I speak a little Witchinese, and typically it's pitched up a little bit.
Maybe you just do that because you're stereotypical.
Beth, I'm a very old man.
So are they. Well, they're women.
So they understand. Are they attractive? Do I have a chance? Beth.
We're not going back to Poughkeepsie.
Ah, they're in Poughkeepsie, all right. We really burned some bridges there.
If you made acquaintances with the people in town, maybe you could have had a chance.
No, as we left, I burned the bridges so we wouldn't be followed.
Are there?
There were witches, you say?
You can't do that. The witches... Okay, so, like, we became acquaintances, and sometimes, like, we got coffee or something before or after yoga class. And it was nice, and we just chatted, and I know that Halloween is coming up. At the time, it was coming up. At the time, it's now. But, I was like, oh, like, are you doing anything fun for Halloween this year? And they're like, oh, no, not really, nothing specific. I was like, oh, no costume or anything? And they were like, oh, no, we don't really believe in that. And I was like, oh, okay, sometimes... We were on the level that I was like, oh, is that like a religious thing? And they were saying, like, oh, well, yes and no, because we do practice magic on our daily, and we don't want to reinforce those negative witch stereotypes with a costume. They just wear, like, whatever's comfortable.
So these are very woke witches, it seems. Very liberal with their interpretation of witch code.
Again, you're thinking about the stereotypical witch, are there? These are just people who practice magic on the daily.
Well, I believe there is a fine line between a witch and arcane practitioner.
They were talking about it in such a way that it was one and the same.
Oh, really?
They follow a lot of different rituals and practices, and some of the muttering that I heard during yoga class, they joined recently because they are practicing their meditation before an upcoming I'm not sure if they would call it a holiday, but like a kind of important day of Samhain.
What?
Samhain. They told me a little bit about this.
Salmon? The fish?
No, not salmon. Samhain. It's like I'll tell you about it because I learned about it from my new friends. It's like a meditative practice during our yoga class where they're thinking about the different habits and things that they don't want to be doing anymore, because it's kind of like so what I was told and what I researched about, because sometimes when you're a friend you have to do a little bit of research on what your friends are interested in so then you can be involved in their life.
At the library?
Actually, on the internet.
Beyond me.
Yes.
I prefer paper. The smell of fresh ink and aged book glue.
Anyway, even though you don't go to the library and I still have to pick up all your books.
Oh, yes, but I could still smell them.
From far away?
No, the books when you open them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I looked it up, and it's a holiday that surrounds it's actually on October 31st, which is Halloween for some, and it represents a time that the veil between the living and the dead is its thinnest. So they get to commune with the dead, as well as like try to get rid of bad habits they want to quote unquote die.
So a witchly seance is performed to pierce the veil between.
They also do like Pierce the Veil, the band, yes.
The band?
Yeah.
There's a band that pierces the veil between the barrier of life and afterlife.
I don't know if they're practicing witches, but they enjoy the music. Or like the people that I know enjoy the music of Pierce the Veil.
Interesting.
Have you ever heard them? Because I have not.
I don't believe I have.
We'll have to look into that.
It sounds delightfully witchy, though.
Yeah, it's really great. So in terms of an interview, I had, it was kind of more of a nonchalant interview because I was just talking to my friends. And what would you like to know about witches?
So, am I interviewing you about an interview?
Yes.
Have I had the tables tabled on me?
Yes.
Right. Well, my first immediate question: you claim they're witches. Did they have a wart upon their nose?
Stop with the stereotypes.
Green skin?
No.
Pointy black hat?
No.
Riding on a broomstick?
No.
Boiling cauldron?
No. Not beyond, like, the occasional pot of tea that we had at their house.
Ah, there was a pot, though. And they brewed something.
Okay, it was a kettle.
And they brewed.
It was boiling water and a tea bag.
Did you partake?
Yeah. Because we were having, like,
Oh, Beth.
a chatting time at their house with tea.
You've been to their homes. What's their home like?
It looks a lot like a...
Like the Baba Yaga.
No.
Placed upon a pair of chicken legs.
No. Their home was firmly rooted in the ground.
Rooted like a tree. They lived in a tree.
No. They lived in, like, a apartment home. It was kind of like a condo.
Urban witches, how dastardly.
Modern. They're very modern. They have books and spells, and they use them.
Did they perform any magic for you?
Yeah, they did.
Yes, they cast a spell. What flavor of spell?
They, so I had to tell them, I knew that we were leaving, so I did tell them, like, hey, I'm sorry, but I have to be leaving town soon, and we may or may not keep in contact. Here's my email, but I will definitely try to keep you updated on what I'm up to. Here's my link to our internet channel about the podcast. They gave me their blessing about talking about them because they want to dispel some of the stereotypes around witches and witchcraft in the modern day. Because they've definitely, as I mentioned, they're pretty old. They're like 300, 400 years old, some of them. But, what's that face? What do you mean?
I'm just... You keep piling on these big revelations so nonchalantly, and you've met these witches.
Yes.
Fair enough. You've ingratiated yourself to the company. Wonderful.
Yes.
You've established an interview. Fantastic.
Yes.
The part where problems start arising is you told them we're leaving.
Yeah, I didn't want
We're
to
currently on the lam from Johnny Law.
I didn't want to be rude.
You gave them your email.
It was my personal email.
It's your contact information. They can now hack you.
I don't think they want to. They're my friends.
You're assuming far too much, Beth.
I got an email from them yesterday.
You gave them a link to this very show, which normally I applaud you for, but these are witches, Beth. You told them you're working with Arthur Q. Mansley, Beth.
I mean, I didn't say that, but they'll find out if they click the link, I guess.
I'm sure you're very aware of my current standing in the witch community.
I didn't tell them what the Q stood for in Poughkeepsie. So there's that.
A small benefit, I suppose.
I don't know your current standing in the witch community. What did you do to them?
Not very good, Beth. Not very good.
Have you been trying to hunt witches?
No, there was an aspect of hunting involved, but just hunt them down
For an interview.
for an interview. You trap them in a silver cage and
No.
weigh them against a duck.
No.
And you have to be sure they're a witch before you start the... But then you do the interview and like, well, why isn't your skin green? Where's your nose wart? And they get all insulted. And the witches are a very touchy bunch.
Yeah, because they've had a lot of things happen in the past that they don't want to repeat right now.
Well, I don't know about those things. I'm curious and I'm asking questions like a good interviewer.
Yeah, but probably not in a very polite way, Arthur.
Politeness is out the window when there's news to be foretold.
You told me that in interviewing you have to lead with your heart. That also means compassion and understanding for previous, harms against the group.
Did I really say that?
Well, you said lead with the heart, and that's what I've expanded into as a modern interviewer of the cryptid.
Are you sure you're not talking about a little section we did on autopsies in case one of your interview subjects dies? Mid-interview. It happens, Beth.
What?
We're interviewing very old creatures. You said yourself 300 to 400 years old. They can croak at any moment. And at that point, your title suddenly shifts from paranormal interviewer to paranormal dissector.
What? I have never heard this in my life.
Beth, we talked about it last June.
We did not.
I talked about it with somebody.
Yeah, who were you talking to?
I don't know. I was a little off my meds at the time, but...
You have meds now? Good for you.
Well, I'm trying to better myself, Beth.
That's good. I'm
But
glad.
anyways, when somebody dies in an interview, you go right for the heart, Beth. You gotta get it while it's still warm, beating if possible.
Can we talk about this another time?
Oh, I
Jeez.
feel like we have to. This is an important lesson for you to have.
Oh my gosh. I was not ready for
This
that
is important
today.
biological information that has to be collected and classified and documented and categorized. And, well, I gotta look at it and be like, ooh.
Right. That's part of the scientific process.
Well, it is. It's like step 7. Analyze data and ooh.
In quotes.
It's part of the self-care thing that's growing. You have to.
You are
pump
trying to
yourself
better
up.
yourself.
I'm trying, Beth.
I'm proud of you.
I found this internet course I've been taking. This man named Gavin that does it. Very pleasant man, this Gavin.
CDs do not count as, or like DVDs and CDs do not count as the internet.
Well, good. It's a laser disc.
Oh boy. What other questions do you have about witches?
Well, you gave them my information. You drank their tea. What kind of tea? Green tea, black tea, sweet tea,
Chamomile.
hot tea, iced tea, chamomile.
Yeah.
Oh, they are witches.
I don't know how that relates.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I do.
Tell me, I'm supposed to be learning.
Oh, yeah, it's just, who drinks chamomile besides a witch? Next time you see somebody drinking chamomile tea, I challenge you, ask them, dost thou beeth a witchin?
Have you learned all of your witch lore from Shakespeare?
Shakespeare, yes, he has quite a few pieces that reference the witchy arts and the various ancient texts, and there's pretty much the ancient form of a sitcom. It's kind of what I shoot for.
What is that?
Well, it's these manuscripts and tomes talking about real
Are you
situations.
reading witch diaries?
Sometimes they do take that form, yes.
Oh, boy.
But they're talking about real situations and people and the interactions they've had. It's more of a primary source, right?
So you should know the harms that they've had to deal with throughout history.
Well, I just read the funny ones, so
Oh, well,
I'm very well versed in witchy comedy.
okay. My friends didn't tell me about that.
Well, you must have some real sour witches with you then, because witch comedy is a very rich history.
Do they have jokes?
More like riddles or tales with a twist at the end. And
Tell me a riddle.
a riddle
Or a tale or twist.
or
at
a
the
tale with a twist at the end.
end. Yeah.
Oh, Beth, I'm not prepared for these things.
What did you do with those books? Did you give them back to the library?
Well, yes, it's a library, Beth. You can't take the books forever. If you do you know what happens? If you take the books forever from the library,
Oh my gosh, what happens?
well, first of all, they try to fine you money. At the library, taking money. What do they need money for? They're a library. They do things for free. And then when you refuse to pay the money, they place a phone call.
Do you have a phone?
No, I do not, but you know who does have the phone?
Me.
911 Johnny Law!
Me too, as well.
They call 911 Johnny Law. After poor Arthur Q. Mansley, who just held on to one or two ancient manuscripts just a couple years too long.
How many?
Well, it's besides the point, Beth.
Well, okay.
The point is return your books to the library.
When you had when
Be
you
kind, rewind.
That was when you were in the library's good graces, and that was that the breaking point that the library didn't like you anymore.
There is a reason why I send you to retrieve the books from the library.
What else do you want to know about witches?
What else do I want to know?
About the modern type.
What were their names?
I'm not going to tell you that because you're going to try to
You
find
tell
it.
them your name, but you won't tell me theirs.
Well, I got permission from the group of them, which they call a coven. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, that's still a politically correct term.
Yes, they do. They call themselves a coven. It's just a group of witches who
It's
practice...
not like a huddle, a hat, a clutch.
Like a bag? They do have clutches bags. They're very stylish people. They, even though they're 300 to 400 years old, depending on who I'm talking to, they blend in pretty well. Like, they look like they're different ages.
Physical appearance. Do they appear to be 300 to 400 years old?
No, some of them are older. They look like they would be, 40 to 50 years old in other human ages. Some of them look like they're my age, so around 20. Some of them...
You're 20?
Approximately.
I thought you were 12.
That's... Moving on. So, yeah, some of them look like they're 60-ish or older, 70. Some of the ones that I met outside of yoga did look like that. So maybe they also do have...
You met witches outside of the group you met at yoga.
Well, yeah, some of them...
How many witches have you met, Beth?
8.
That's beyond a coven. That's 2 covens worth of witches, Beth.
They called themselves one.
One massive 8-witch coven.
That didn't seem like it was that big. They don't live...
To the inexperienced witch observer, yes. Witches are famously very isolationist. So for them to branch out and form a coven of 8...
It sounded like they were
dastardly works in the works.
It sounded like they were pretty chill about it.
Chill. They've just indoctrinated you.
They seemed pretty nice.
How many cups of chamomile did you consume?
5.
Oh, Beth!
It wasn't all in one
Beth.
day.
Oh,
We've had it was really nice. I got to make some friends, and then I only have to email them now because somebody took us away from Poughkeepsie.
Well, I think it's a good thing we've left Poughkeepsie. Because you were very dangerously close to being assimilated, Beth.
Yeah, that's sure, right. Yeah.
If you had hit your 10th cup of chamomile, there's no turning back.
If I had become a witch, I would have cast a spell on you a long time ago.
You could try, Beth. But I'm famously very
Slippery.
wily.
Oh, okay.
Slippery, too, yes. I'm well oiled.
Yeah, I can see that quite visibly. Okay. Is there anything that you want to know more about witches as we wrap up the episode today? Or about just my learning opportunities and experiences?
Well, I guess it's more about the future, Beth. We're leaving Poughkeepsie. We're leaving these horrible witches in the chamomile tea behind.
They were fine.
But in the future, your yoga pursuits, do you plan on pursuing another coven?
Well, that was by accident. I didn't go to, the witch yoga studio. They don't have one. I see that look that you're giving me. There's not a specific witch yoga studio. That was a hyperbole.
I feel like there is, Beth. I feel like you're just inobservant, with your untrained and unopened third eye. You're not seeing the invisible writing on the wall.
In terms of pursuing yoga, I don't know if we'll settle down in one place long enough to get used to a teacher, as well as procure a proper yoga mat.
You know, I happen to know, Gavin does the series on yoga on Laserdisc. Perhaps we could find a local library and procure a copy or two for you, so you could pursue it in your own private time.
You just don't want me talking to other people.
This is correct, yes. Incognito, Beth. Rule number 4 or 5 or something. You just don't talk to people. Sit still and shut up. You can talk to me, I'm nice.
Thanks for listening to Ghost Stories. That was our Halloween episode.
Oh, yes, we talked about witches. It was very delightful. But Beth, you're getting yourself in deep, I worry.